Hi, on today's video, I'm going to show you how to respond when someone says no. Hi, I'm Jason Everett from Business Refuel, where we give you all the tools you need to fuel up for the business week ahead. Well, we've all been there, be it in business and sales or just in life in general, when we've heard the dreaded no and it stops everything from happening, right? That's exactly what no does, is it stops us. But one of my favorite quotes is a quote by Eleanor Roosevelt that said, "Never let someone tell you no who doesn't have the power to say yes." And I've used that, I actually used to have that posted in my office. I've used that as a mantra. When somebody says no, I ask that question. I say, do they have even the power to say yes? Because oftentimes they don't even have the power. So I recently had the pleasurable of experiences of going to the Department of Motor Vehicles. And if any of you have ever spent a minute in the DMV, I'm sorry if you work there, but it's not my favorite place to be. So I walked in and I had to be there. They said, gave me their ticket. And they said, "Hey, the wait is only an hour and a half." And I said, "Great, I'll be back." So I left, came back, and when I came back, I'd realized that they had gotten through it a little faster. I'd missed my number. And so I went back up the counter and said, "Hey, I missed it. What do I need to do?" And they said, "Oh, good news. I got a new number for you." I said, "Great. Is this a fast track or what is this?" And they said, "Yeah. Well, the good news is it's only a 45-minute wait now instead of an hour and a half." And I went, "Wow, that is not going to work." I said, "Is there any way I can get around that?" And he said, "No, sorry, there's nothing I can do for you." Now, again, I remember that quote, and I said, "Well, what else can I do?" I went over to another counter, talked to another agent, and they said, "Well, if you talk to a manager, maybe they can help you." I talked to a manager, and the manager said, "What do you need to do?" I said, "Take care of this registration." They said, "Give me a second. You can go talk to counter 12 in just a minute. As soon as they're finished, you'll be done." And no joke, within 2 minutes, I had paid the registration. I was out the door, done with DMV, all because I didn't take that first no as the only answer. I was recently training a bunch of new people in the office, and I said, "Listen, what I want to make sure you do is I want you to be unreasonable about demanding results from yourself and for the work that you do." Because a reasonable person, the first time they hear the word no, stops, sits down, and wastes 45 minutes of their life because they take no for an answer. An unreasonable person figures out what else can you do and how do you go around. And again, you can't do something illegal or immoral. And again, I didn't hurt anybody by just asking for a manager. But if I would have just taken that first no at face value, I would have wasted 45 minutes of my life. So my challenge for you is, how can you work to go around when somebody tells you no? Find the person who can say yes and figure out a way for that to work in your advantage. So I'd love to know, put in the comment section below a story about maybe when somebody told you no and you figured out a way around it. Put in the comment section. I'd love to talk with you about it. And if you like this video and videos like this, well, give it a like and also share it with other people, because if you found it valuable, then I bet there are other people that you know that will also find it valuable. I'm Jason Everett. Until then, have a fantastic week.